Hello, adventurers, and welcome back to the Legend of Kelamentura series. Finally got another session on the cards last night. The session that I've been waiting to play since I started the game. I am not joking. This was like the first real idea. I was like, I'd love to get the party to go off and do this, and they finally got there. Yes, DM joy. Anyway. Recap of the last session we had was the party had got to Steelburrow and had gathered some intel on what the creature was previously. And if you're coming into this cold, you just go back and watch the previous videos and you'll learn a bit more about the background. So, the previous session, the party had got some intel about what the creature was, what it was supposed to be, what it was like, what it could have been. They haven't got it. They didn't. Wasn't. Oh yeah, we know what this is. It was everything was a bit wishy-washy because no one didn't roll really high enough to determine it. Learned it could possibly be a thing called a Dracobear. It's another prep, and then got a long rest, and then went down to the mines. Traveled for a couple hours, a few hours of travel down to the mines. And they got to a part where the tunnels had been collapsed because I don't know if I talked about this in the previous video, but whenever the beasts attacked, the miners noped out of there and collapsed the big tunnels behind them so the creature couldn't, get any further, so kind of sealed it in. And the party were sent to investigate and resolve the issue. Very nice flowery political dialogue. The party traveled for a bit, went down, had a couple of guards sent down with them as, one escort and two was a guide. They were sort of escort and guide them through the mines, and then hopefully to assist them in the fight. And after a bit of travel, got down, encountered the blockage, and then plotted a route through the sort of access/service tunnels. Traveled for a bit further and encountered a couple of goblins. The guards told the party that goblins aren't uncommon and they generally just leave us alone. They're not hostile. We leave them alone, they will leave us alone. It's just a kind of a thing. I hear they're there, but we tolerate them. Unless they come for us. So Bjorn went forth, went into the place where the goblins were. They were both hidden. When Bjorn entered. They rolled really good for the stealth checks, like a nat 20 and a 17. It's ridiculous. Like a 26 and a 23 for stealth. I was very happy with that. But yeah, Bjorn went in and went to parley with the goblins. And one of them came out and was like, "You seek the beast, do you? We seek the beast, yes. No tricks. We guide you, yes." And was able to convince, Bjorn was able to speak with them and go, "We're here to kill the beast. We're not looking to do you any harm." And the goblins were then able to guide them through the rest of the tunnels. It was a slightly different route than the guards had planned out. But the idea being that because they spoke with the goblins, they were able to find the larger service tunnels that were more accommodating for the size of the likes of Lorilla and Titus, or Turtle and Furbolg friends, who are rather large. Excuse me. Physics isn't a good idea for these videos, but sure. So the goblins were able to guide them through more accessible tunnels and brought them down to a mine, to a lift. Everyone got on the lift and started to travel down. And when the party was traveling down the lift, they realized that they were being watched. Didn't take very long, so every so often they'd see like movement in the shadows, and like, what the fuck? Had a peek, and it turns out it was other goblins. There are a bunch of other goblins in these tunnels. So small little natural little rock things that the goblins use to navigate around the place. And the goblins sort of stuck their head out. What the hell? Who the hell's coming down? Oh, it's a bunch of people, some dwarves. Oh, we have friends with them. Never mind. Because the party had interacted and spoke with the goblins, hadn't killed them, that the goblins the party weren't harried. Had the party killed the goblins, it would have taken them longer to get there. It would have taken them longer to get to the lift. And on the way down, they would have been attacked. These goblins would have, it wouldn't have been a lot of damage, but there would have been like little bits of like little, just pings of damage every so often. Just to harass them, really. And then eventually arrived at a security door, which is big, like I described it as like a bank vault door, big circular door. And there's a dwarf security door, which isn't just like a normal bank vault door. You put in it isn't like, oh, here's a key, get in, or a combination. No, it's locked with riddles. So my party had their first puzzle, which was fun. A couple of riddles. 5, in fact. And they actually managed to get, it took them a while, but they managed to get the answers to all of them. They got 2 of them fairly quickly, and I can't remember which one the third one they got. I think one of the riddles, they guessed incorrectly. And when they put the incorrect answer in, it was like the darts, like a security system went off, effectively like, oh, that's the wrong answer. A load of darts were like launched out of the ceiling, and then the party had to make a dex save to save against it. So once the party realized that, oh shit, we got things wrong, oh boy. Just me trying to chip away at the HP, really. It was kind of fun. And eventually got it after a bit, and then into the Beast's lair. Now, right before they went in, Lorilla had done I can't remember what the spell was called. Oh god, what the hell did you call it? I can't. But she used a spell to see, where's the beastie. I went in and I was like, it's not the other side of the door, but you're fucking close. It's like a few hundred feet away, and they went, we're really close. Went in, had a look around, and then the party finally met Urrossil. Yeah, I've been working on that one for a while. Had a whole monologue and everything written. It was, I wondered when they would send someone to check on me. I must admit, I was beginning to think they had forgotten. And how kind. They sent some exotic mitts. That was Urrossil. Yeah, he's a Dracobear. And as the party learned whenever they got into combat, he sort of spoke with them for a bit and then went into fighting. Didn't roll very well initiative. I think I got a 14, which is crap. Like the rest of all but 2 members of the party went before him, and were like, bang, bang, spells, melee. I was like, oh, okay. And so just stood there and took it, and I was like, my turn. And at this point, the party learned that Urrossil, yeah, he's part gold dragon, and then just fire breath. 69, nice 60 points of damage to the party, unless they succeeded. Do you remember the guards I talked about? Nah, just gone. I used veteran stats for them because that's a veteran. They're useful enough in combat. Just incinerated them. I think all but 2 members of the party got blasted, and I think 1 or 2 of them succeeded. So yeah, that was fun. That didn't recharge for the rest of the fight, thankfully for the party. Well, unfortunately for me, but thankfully for the party, the breath didn't recharge. But that was a fun little opener. And the party got really, well, they were throwing some heavy shit. They were throwing some really, really powerful shit at him. I'm going to try and pull up the encounter here. We didn't finish the fight. Long story short. Got down to the wire. I was like, oh, come on, you've almost killed him. Ran longer than we anticipated, and yeah. It was really, really, really fun to play, though. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to try and pull up some of the damage rolls here. Some ridiculous damage rolls. From Lorilla, of all people, are fucking druid. Oh, yeah, Lorilla just... Oh, my God. There's the fire breath. Come on, Lorilla. She was the top of the turn as well, so she was able to do a lot of good stuff right out the gate. We had a cone of cold right away. I'm pretty sure I saved against that one, which is nice. 28 hit points, so down to 14. A lot of melee, like sneak attack from our rogue, which is really good. Some good sneak attack damage in there as well. Some spiritual weapon stuff. Some nice warhammers. And then everybody rolled deck saves. I think one person succeeded. Yeah, it was not good. It did not go well for them. His wing attack got away. And then Lorilla decided to do Wall of Thorns, because at one point, Urrossil was kind of in the middle of the chamber, and then said, fuck you, went over to another side of the chamber, and Lorilla Wall of Thorns. It's 37 points of damage. Like, Jesus, so yeah. Hit like a ton of bricks, and then of course Lorilla kept moving around. It was the party is really clever, very clever with that, because Lorilla was able to hang back and throw these big spells. And there were enough people in melee that I was like, if I move, they're all going to get attacks on me. Ugh. It was really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. And some nice good, a lot of real good stuff. Unfortunately, Titus and Broccoli couldn't be with us for this one. I don't know what the hell. Well, Titus was having Wi-Fi issues and Broccoli, I think he just forgot. But whatever. So they were being Jaegered for this and did a few buffs. So Broccoli was a little big buff in the party, like spells, invisibility, inspiration, little bits and pieces like that. And Titus was being Jaegered by Lorilla's player. And oh my god. I don't think he rolled above a 5 for attacks. It was just, nope. Every time, no, never mind. Oh my god, he had a very bad game. Very, very, very bad game. So I think after the fire blast, when he's between Turtle, boom, he's just into the shell and forget about it, because not having a good day here. And then we had another Wall of Thorns damage from Lorilla, a bunch of nice melee stuff, some more spiritual weapons. And Bjorn made a point of getting up in Urrossil's face, which is a really cool moment. Because after Urrossil went to one side of the chamber, was sort of flying in place, and Lorilla Wall of Thorns basically put a cage around him. You know, so just like a big ring around him between. So Urrossil didn't have really anywhere to go. Bjorn then says, "All right, let's do this." Ran forward, Misty stepped onto the back of him, brought down the Warhammer, did a lot of damage, like kicked him into the Wall of Thorns at one point, which did a lot of damage. And then, well, I think at that point Bjorn drew the ire of the beast. I was like, oh, okay, you're here. Did try to get a tail attack, and the fucker used shield, and I couldn't get any real good hits on him at that point. And then Urrossil, decided that Bjorn was, you're the one who's closest to me. Well, as Bjorn and Gimme had been dealing with the Duergar. Actually, one of the Duergar, I talked about this. There was a couple of Duergar in the cave as well at Sistine. Urrossil, and one of them just obliterated Lorilla's familiar. Like right at the start of the game, just blew him out of the sky. One of them was taken out by Soraya. Soraya used a flame strike and just incinerated one of the Duergar and did a nice bit of damage to Urrossil, who was immune to the fire part of the damage, but took a nice chunk of radiant still. Gimme went off and dealt with the other Duergar, which was nice. Well, went off, did some damage to Urrossil, then went off and fucked the Duergar, killed him eventually. Just really, it was really, for me, it was a real fun session to see and try to keep up with. And then, yeah. And then, of course, like I said, Bjorn and Gimme were sort of harassing Urrossil a little bit. And I said, okay, the two of you roll off. There's one point that they were flanking. Actually, they were flanking at one point. That's true, actually. Yeah, I missed that one. Sort of flanking the beast at one point. And yeah, and Urrossil used the new frightful presence, and everybody got scared. I think everybody but Soraya was afraid, was frightened of the beast. Like, oh shit. And at this point, it was like, okay, Soraya, no. Bjorn and Gimme right next to him, and was like, 2 you roll off. And Bjorn got a nat 1. Okay. Urrossil just went all in. All 3 attacks. He managed to save one of them, like stop one of them, which was, he's a divination wizard, and it was like, first attack was like a bite attack, and it was like, oh, where is it? Where is it? Like 26 points a day, it was like 26 damage. And he was like, okay, right, because he's a divination wizard. Okay, his next attack is a 7. Really? I still have 21 to hit. Shit. So, hit him again, and the third one missed. There's the beeper. That's not getting picked up. But anyway, I've been distracted now. Damn it. Yeah, Bjorn got fucked up. Really badly fucked up by Urrossil. Actually unconscious. And the party, it got to a sort of a battle of Minas Tirith. Bring it down! Bring it down! It was like so close, right at the end. And right at the end, Bjorn remembered once he was unconscious that he's a half-orc and has relentless endurance. So we ended the session with Bjorn popping back up to 1 hit point and staring down Urrossil, who is really fucked up and is staring down death at this point. It's like, oh, bugger. So that's the start of the next session. I'm really looking forward to that. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, until next time, adventurers. See ya.